Hello farmers, welcome back to No Man's Land. Got the Mac Anthem and the trailer full of furniture, 60 pallets to be exact, which gives us 60,000 liters of furniture to sell on down to the supermarket, going for about $2,242 per 1,000. Money is coming in nicely from the BGA that is slowly selling energy, so that's going to bring us in maybe like $1,500 an hour. I still got the McCormick down there with the trailer because I still got silage in the trailer. Got to still put some more into it. Probably put it in the morning, and then that should be that. I did, however, put the Digestate on sell because we're almost at full capacity, and I have no way to store it currently. So I want to go ahead and sell it while we're making it. I can't use it. I don't have no way to use it. I have nowhere to store it. So just go ahead and sell it. Speaking of selling, let's go ahead and sell up all this furniture here. Hoping for a good amount of cash here. Let's see, we were at 30, so we should get to like $180,000 when all is said and done. I always watch the furniture instead of where I'm driving my truck. And I still got more pallets to go. Back at the Have a Seat. There's 120,000. All right, so already, let's see, 120, 130, well, $135,000 so far in furniture. So it's looking pretty good. The header we're going to be buying first thing in the morning. And we're going to buy the header first just to make sure we got the cash for that. And then we'll buy the trailer. Looks like we'll have enough for both. So I'm going to head on back to the furniture shop, grab the rest of the furniture, come back on down and sell it. I'm going to guess maybe 30 pallets. So maybe half of what we just got, I think. We'll find out here in just a moment. 34,000 more liters of furniture to be sold here, so we should get half of what we just sold, which is like, what, about 130? So we're going to get about 65,000 for this. So we're going to be up around 225,000, 230,000 when we get done. So that's a lot more than I thought we were going to have. Furniture shop sure is bringing in the cash every year, ever since day one. Now the autoloader did not work when I went back to Have a Seat, so I had to load them in manually. So that's why I'm not opening up the side curtain, because I'm afraid they might fall out. So just drive on through here. Not sure, it loaded like half the pallets, and then the rest of it didn't want to load. Where are the pallets here? Yeah, you can see my lovely little stacking job there. And they're probably not selling because they're not upright. That could be a problem here. Let's go ahead and unstrap that. And now we'll just hopefully get them upright a little bit. Yeah, if you're unaware, pallets got to be upright for them to sell. It's kind of weird that the triggers don't know that they're there unless they're upright. So I'm going to go ahead and sell these one at a time until I get them all squared away. And one more to go. And almost up to actually 250,000. So yeah, we'll just call it 247, which is good. So we should be able to have no problem buying the header and the trailer for our Massey Ferguson 9T Combine tomorrow morning. And maybe what else might come up for sale. Time to head back to the farm. Now the only thing is we're probably going to wake up in the morning and the chickens are going to be hungry. I got about maybe 1,800 liters of feed left, so they might get to tomorrow, which would be great if they do, because tomorrow should be harvest day for the wheat field. Fingers crossed. Here is our lovely Ideal Combine that we just bought a couple days ago. Hopefully tomorrow is the day we put it to use. So let me just double check on the store. Same as it was from what I can see. Now the money should go up overnight because we got the BGA up and running and selling that lovely electricity. Let's go ahead and go to bed till 8 o'clock in the morning. Sounds good. So no loan payments at night because we took care of the loan a little while ago. So we're just going to have production building cost, which is, production cost is only $65. So is it counting the money I sell for electricity as a positive and all the payments as a negative for selling electricity? Let's see here. Biogas plant income. Oh, right there. So far from the biogas selling electricity, let's see, we'll say 30, yeah, so like 57,000, somewhere around there, which is a lot more than I would have got if I would have sold the BGA, the silage outright. So usually in the wintertime when the best price is 250,000 liters, I usually get about maybe $40,000 from selling silage. So we're definitely making a lot more money with the BGA. That definitely is coming in good. What is the BGA? Is we still up and running? Let's see. We got to scroll all the way down here to the bottom. Let's see. We still got silage still needs to be going ahead and fermented, so that's good. We still got electricity stored up to sell. And, of course, we still got a good amount of silage in the bunker itself. So that's still going to be running for a day or so. That is where, in the future, and maybe even today, we might be able to build another silage fermenter over there. What do we got for sale? Interesting. I'm looking for another medium tractor, but we're going to hold off on, I mean, a class would not be too bad. We don't have a class tractor around here. I could upgrade that to which one is this one, though? It's a 325 horse, which is pretty much comparable to the McCormick that we got. I'm kind of looking for a medium-sized tractor, so I'll keep that in the back of my mind. But while we're here, oh, wait a minute. I should double check here and wait just to make sure. Is the wheat field ready? The wheat field is ready. The oats are not. And neither is anything else. That is fine. Did the chickens make it through the night on the feed? Double check on the cows. Yeah, the cows are doing cow things. Chickens did not make it through the night. Their health is not all the way down, so they haven't been out without food for a while. So, yeah, they're not completely out of health, and the sheep are doing fine. All right, so we got to come in here and go to headers. Let's scroll all the way down here, and we are buying this one right here. Let's see. Coupler configuration, agro ideal is what we got. Agco? Adco Ideal. Yeah, that's what we do have. The main color is original. We want it black because, well, Ideal is black. I think we just leave everything the way it is. Do I want the guides or without the guides? We'll get the guides. I'm not really sure if it's going to mean too much. You know what? I'm going to take them off, actually. I may clip those once in a while. Let's go ahead and buy that for a whopping 160. We'll just call it 168,000. All right, so we're still over 118. We're at 118. That's pretty darn good. Now we got to find the trailer for that. So if I click on that and go combinations, there it is, and there is the trailer. So there's the fuel tank on here. I think it holds 2,000. Yeah, 2,000 liters of fuel it can hold, which is quite a bit. But overall, yeah. And of course, I'm going to take the license plate off. All right, so now header trailers is something. Yeah, me and header trailers never got along too well, but I guess in Farming Simulator 22, this is going to be a lot easier to haul around. So, I am guessing the one thing I don't know is, and I can't remember, because I used a lot of modded harvesters in 19. Does this have a hitch on the back? It does have a hitch on the back. There are a couple combines out there that I used before that didn't have a hitch in the back, so this should be able to haul around its own header. So I'm going to go on down, grab the header, come all the way back. The chickens are waiting for us to get them some feed. So down to the store, we'll load the header onto the trailer. It'll be my first go of doing this in 22. Usually I get headers that are trailers in itself, or the header's usually small enough where I say I don't need a trailer and just leave it on the combine and drive around, kind of like I did with the 770. All right, let's see. Geez, do I got enough room to get through there? Let's see if I can put this header on the trailer with no problem. Been a long time since I've done this, so bear with me, like you do with most things. Is that not going to fit? Am I not close enough? Ah, it wasn't close enough. Alright, let's go ahead and... Nope, not the combine. Do I have to fold up the header? I should have to. Fold harvester... No, so I don't have to fold the header? Alright. I'll refold the combine back up. Never used this header before. Let's see, am I facing the right way? I think this is the way it would go on. Yeah, I used to try this in 13 and 15, and once I finally discovered headers that folded out into their own trailers, I kind of went that route, so I was never happy doing this. So did that lock in on its own? Oh, so I put it on backwards and it rotated it. Oh, okay, so I had it on backwards. Well, that's okay now that I know. That makes putting headers on trailers so much easier than it used to be. And from what I understand, I think once you put it on the trailer, it locks in. Just trying to keep an eye on it. Yeah, looks like it's pretty darn stable. Been a long time since I've done a header trailer separate from the header itself. Yeah, I think 15, middle of 15 is when I finally discovered, like, wait, you can buy bigger headers that are their own trailer, not to deal with trying to put them on. Yeah, if you're kind of new to Farming Simulator, that was a pain in the butt back in the day. It got better with each edition that's come out. But now they kind of like auto lock into place. And like I said, now that I kind of know which way the header goes, probably lock in a little bit better. I was wondering what I was pulling up to, and I was clipping the trailer. I was thinking, all right, am I just not lined up well enough, or am I putting it on backwards? And I was putting it on backwards. So, something interesting I should mention to you, if you think about getting the 60-foot header, I just went over my bridge, and the back wheels, not the wheels of the trailer, but the back wheels of the header, kind of got jammed on the bridge itself a little bit, right where the bridge meets the road. So, just be aware of that if you're placing down bridges yourself. My bridges are not perfectly even, but they're pretty darn close, and I clipped those a little bit, but we got over it. Fine and dandy. I'll have to keep that in mind for future travels around the map. If you're wondering why is there a fuel tank on the header, well, you know, if you got yourself a 60-foot header, usually that means you're doing big fields, and there are some maps out there. I can remember in 19 there were some maps that were just extremely huge, and you got huge fields to harvest. I could see with a combine could get low on fuel, and instead of bringing a fuel tanker out or whatever, you got one on the header trailer. That'd be perfect. Let's see. How do I want to do this? I think we're just going to go ahead, and I'm going to park the header trailer somewhere. I'm not going to bring it all the way over to the field. Let's see. I got to turn this around actually, because the header flipped around when I put it on there, like it went on the correct way. So for now, we're just going to go ahead and put it over here. Turn my beacons off. We don't need those anymore. I remember when the Ideal Combine was introduced in 19, came with the base game right out of the bat, and I think it was like my 4th episode on Ravenport. There was a contract, and I got to use the Ideal then. That was the first time I used the Ideal Combine, and I used modded ones. Oh, I just realized I'm not going to get out of here with this. Can I sneak through here? See, I measured these sheds when I put them down to make sure I can get the 60-foot header through. Honestly. But yeah, I have used the, I think it was a 10T actually that I used. And let's go ahead and unfold the combine. And let's see, are we on disable? No, so we are on straw swath, so we should be good. And probably going to make really quick work of this field. Now the 770 did a decent job on this field. 25-foot header on that one, so yeah, we're going from 25 feet up to 60 feet. So double the size and then some. Just trying to see how big of a swath we're putting down. Because 60 feet, you're going to put out a lot of straw in one swath. So hopefully the baler has no problem with it. Now this time when I harvest the field, I'm going to make sure I put about one trailer load, which is almost 50,000 liters, give or take. And that'll be for the chickens. That'll be more than enough for a year. I'm not going to do this backwards like I did last year, like a complete idiot, and bring it on down to milling it over. And then, of course, after the first 50,000 liters go into the silo for the chickens and feeding the chickens, the rest will go on down to milling it over and making some flour. Now, as I'm sitting here, and of course we bought all this wonderful stuff the past couple days, we are now still sitting at a wonderful $100,000 in our bank account. So, you know, next step is starting to think, what do we buy next? Now, we got a lot of things that we're going to need here in the near future. I don't have a corn sunflower header at all. So when the sunflowers are ready to be harvested, I either got at least one for the 770 or buy one for the 9T. And that would be pretty much all the money we have right now. Also got to save up some money for a forage harvester and the modded header to do the sugar cane. So we just got to keep that in mind. But I think we'll get enough money from the BGA selling that silage. Also in the meantime, we may go ahead and start bringing some of the manure on down to the BGA as well. I was going to save it for the vineyard / olive grove when we ever got those up and going. I don't know when that will be. But what I would like to do, that's what I should do with my money. I just realized I probably should put down a holding tank for the Digestate at the BGA. Because we're constantly, anytime you put something in the BGA, you're going to make energy, methane, and Digestate. And Digestate is like liquid slurry on the field. So you may want to put a holding tank down there so we can start holding it. Right now I put it on selling, so I don't know how much is left. And I got to figure out how much a holding tank is going to be. So I have a quick look here in a moment when I need to unload the 19. I just realized all my tractors are still over at the cow barn for that. So I'll have to grab, I'm going to grab the Fent just because it's got more horsepower to haul around this beautiful wheat that we got harvesting here. If my memory serves me correct, this holds 18.1? Is it 18,100 liters, or is that the class Lexian that held 18,100? Yeah, so our 770 holds about 9,000 liters. So we're filling up just as fast as the, in time-wise, we're filling up just as fast as the 770 would, but we're getting more in that same amount of time here. Alright, so maybe it's 17 what here? 17.1. Well, I had the 100, right? Let me turn that off here. Oh, and I got to remember, since we're here, let me go ahead and unload this. I said unload the silage. Oh, you know what? Because you're hitting the wrong button. That's always helpful. They hit the right button. Alright, since we're actually at the BGA, let me go ahead and look quickly. I got to go into construction. Give it a moment. There we go. Productions, and then scroll on down. I got to find the holding tank for Digestate. Now, you can also take the digestate that you get. If you don't want to sell it, you can make digestate into electricity and methane. But I want to just have a holding tank. Where's the holding tanks? There's a holding tank for slurry to be made into energy. Where art thou? There's one here somewhere. Ah, so I was looking for a tank. It's actually just like a central pipe. 56,000. I'm going to go ahead and put this on down. Now, the only thing I don't know is, but I think it says in the mod description, so I'm not really sure. It just says central digestate storage. It doesn't say exactly. I'm trying to click the point over here. Well, yeah, we're going to need it here. So we're going to go ahead and put this. Let me hold off on that because I want to see exactly how I want to build this BGA. I got to think about it to expand it in the future. But let me go ahead and go into here. And all right, yeah, we sold all the digestate. Let me go ahead and put that on storing. There we go. And that is all good for now. All right, I need my Fendt tractor, which is over here. All right, I need to zip on over back to the main farm, grab our trailer, and unload our ideal combine. Hopefully it unloads quick. Foolish me, I should have brought the baler over because I was right over there at the cow barn farm. And that's where the baler is. I'll need it for later on. But I did have a quick look at the mod, BGA mod, on the mod hub. And that holding tank that I was putting down for digestate holds 2 million liters. So, yep, go ahead. We got to put that down today, I think, and start storing it. That way we have enough to take care of our fields when we need to. Now I do have the mod installed also to where I actually have to manually activate the unload from the combine. So the combine will have to be on, but then I have to activate a button to actually unload it. Now I'm wondering, because this is a modded header, being 60 foot. Now usually I think the in-game header for this combine is like 45 feet. So the pipe may not actually extend further out than the header. So I may have to angle in here to get actually it unloaded. This is probably the best way to do it. Yeah, so the pipe is just about as long as the header. I'm not even sure if I'm over far enough. I think we are. Alright, start the engine. And yeah, I have to manually hit I to unload. Or not. Alright, so I got to rebind that. So it's not the same I on my steering wheel as it is for the I for others. So I probably have to bind that key. I kept hitting which would be the I on my steering wheel, a certain button that didn't work. So I hit I on the keyboard and it works just fine. She unloads rather quick. The 770 is kind of slow, but then again, horsepower wise and everything, maybe that's why it unloads slow. While it's unloading, let me go here and turn off the Fendt. Can I fold the pipe in? Will that hit the trailer? Nope. Nope. Engine was on. This is going to make quick time with this field here. I think it took me about 45-50 minutes with the 770 to harvest this field before. It's not going to take me as long. And I do know about the mod that allows me to change the speed, the working speed as we need. But I'm going to try to keep it a little bit realistic here and there. I mean, with the 60-foot header, it's not going to take me long to do this field anyways. Maybe in the future when we get, well, I mean, we do got plenty of work to do around here, but today, yeah, we just got to focus on this field, get it harvested, feed the chickens. And I got to start coming up with a better plan for the BGA, since I don't want to start slapping things down and later I'm like, yeah, I should have moved that here, should have moved that there. So I'm just looking at the width of this header, just trying to figure out if it's going to cause me any problems on any of our fields. And right now, no. But if I were to have, you can see the slope of that field over there. If I were to go up and down the hill, I don't think it'd be a problem. But if I were to try to go the same direction as we are now, yeah, we'd have problems harvesting. Probably 1/3 of the header might be over. So like the right side will be, you can picture the hill going from left to right. And left to right meaning going uphill. The right side of the header would be hitting the ground, and the left side might be off the ground a little bit. Yeah, it would cause a whole bunch of problems. So just be aware. It is true with any map that you're on or any field that you have. Be aware. 45-foot headers will do that too. Great example for me was even on Griffin, Indiana. I had I think I did use the 1090 CR 1090s, right? Either way, it was a 45-foot header, and I had one field to where if I got too close to the headland, it was right next to a bank, and it just made my header do weird things and didn't quite harvest the entire crop when I went past there. So I do miss the mod Follow Me, which I don't think has been released yet. Follow Me is such an easy mod to use. I just have to put a vehicle behind me, like say the McCormick with the baler, and I can just tell it to follow the combine. And it would do just that, and it's perfect for baling. Or if you want to bring a whole bunch of tractors down to a field, say you need three tractors, and of course if you're playing by yourself or don't have enough people, you can put the tractors on Follow Me, 2 tractors behind you, and you just drive on down and they follow you right on down there. Now of course we do got, which I haven't used, I think I only used it once, and that was to showcase it when Farming Simulator 22 came out, was in Hire a Helper, to where now you can tell a tractor where to go in what field. I'm not sure how that would work here in No Man's Land, because there is only one road when you first start the map, so I don't know if the helpers learn where the new roads are that you built, and when they follow that road, I'm not too sure. I'm not sure I really know what's going on. I'm getting spots to where the header is not harvesting. Not sure what's going on there. Kind of the same issue I had a little bit over at the grass field, to where if I go, where is it? Like, is it north or is it this direction? Might be this direction here, to where it doesn't register that we're there and it doesn't turn the grass. Interesting. It's not that big of a deal, but hopefully it's not consistently doing that, because then I would have a problem. Didn't have a problem with the 770 and the 25-foot header that comes with that. I was getting ready to bring you guys back to show the in-cab view when I saw a couple spots of wheat passing across my window after the harvester went past. I'm like, wait a minute, why didn't we harvest that? But it started happening more often. Well, let's jump back in cab. Seems like it's all set to go. Boy, 60-foot header. As a farmer, you would have to, if you didn't have GPS running, like we don't right now, you got to keep track of where you're at over there. And I guess that's where the guides might come in handy. You would probably have the guide on it, maybe a blinking light, to kind of show you above the crop where it is. Kind of like when you snowplow. in a way. You got the, sometimes it's hard to see the corners of your plows. That's why they put those detectors on them. Well, I wasn't paying attention, but we are just about full. And I have remapped that button to my steering wheel, so I can just go ahead and take care of that. That's good. Well, I was going to say that's good enough. Of course it's good enough. The combine is now full. So this first trailer, like I said, will top off the chickens. I should say top off. They don't have no food whatsoever. Give them some food and put the rest in the bunker, the silo. And yeah, that should be good enough for them for the year. Then the rest can go on down to milling it over. And we can make some flour. Probably won't turn that on today. I'll probably wait until we have some oats. We're putting the oats into the big red barn, but I don't think I've run out of oats even in the big red barn, so that's kind of interesting. I'll have to double check on that. I should be good lined up there, or maybe not. I may not be close enough. Nope. But that's why they put a steering wheel on the combine. Yeah, that pipe just barely gets into the trailer. I'll probably forget by the time I harvest some oats, but while we're here and waiting, let me go up to the big red barn. And this is the big red barn right here. Let's see. Let me click on that. Oats. I still got 21,000 liters of oats. I've only gone through not even 10,000 liters of corn. The greenhouses are pouring in. Yeah, so we'll probably top off the big red barn with some oats when we harvest those probably tomorrow. And then the rest will go ahead and make some lovely, lovely flour, which would be good for a donut shop. I still got that to put on down. That's going to cost me $50,000. But we're not really ready for a donut shop yet. But the donuts do sell for a good price. They're just as good as cakes. But we are going to need... Well, I guess I can see... I know what the donut shop takes for ingredients, but I'm pretty sure I probably can make strawberry donuts, because we got plenty of strawberries. The chocolate donuts, I definitely need to make chocolate with milk and sugar. We got plenty of sugar. It's just the milk is a little bit on the slow side currently. But that problem will slowly get resolved by next year, I think. By next year, we should have like 30, maybe all 40 cows will be making milk. Alright, can't wait to see for the combine to go the other direction again and see if we miss any spots. Now that we got our first load of wheat, we're going to top off the chickens and make sure they can start getting healthy again, start laying some more eggs. Going to need those for the donuts, cakes. And the rest of this will go right into our lovely, lovely looking silo over here. But I still got a good amount of corn in there. But at the rate that the big red barn's going through corn, I may have that corn in there for a while, which is good. I can find other things to do with the corn, you know, grow some corn, and you can make some chaff with that, which is fine, which will make silage, which we can then sell at the BGA. Alright, the chicken should be happy now for a couple more months. And I do like backing up to the silo and unloading it that way. It just looks more real. You don't actually have to pull up this way. You can actually pull up beside it and dump it, because the trigger is rather big on the silo. So we almost made it a full year with the amount of wheat that we had. And when we went to bed last night, it was like 1,800 liters of wheat that we had in the feed trough for the chickens, but they ran out overnight. So now that I know if I go to bed at dark, well, I say dark because with seasons, dark is always at, comes at a different time. I just have to know that 2,000 liters may not be enough for the chickens. No, we'll turn that off. Yeah, so the 60-foot header is working rather good. The small issue is when I go to unload, yeah, I just have to angle the trailer in a little bit to get the pipe over the trailer enough. I think the class Lexian may have a longer pipe, but probably not. I remember it being longer because I'm used to the 45-foot header being on there. So it's kind of hard to compare when I got a 60-foot header on here and seeing how far the pipe sticks out. Yeah, don't want to be driving down the road like this. Be hard to find a road that would be able to accommodate a 60-foot wide header. And now the rest can go on down to milling it over. So just a little bit more to go here. I think I'll get almost like another full trailer. It'd be pretty darn close. Let's see how much we can get. Just about done here. Gotta unload the combine, a full load. And then we'll pick up the little pieces that are around. Then I gotta go back to the other part of the field that didn't quite harvest. I'm gonna try the same direction I was going to see if it picks it up this time, or what's the deal there. But I just realized to check the hours on the combine, so I put not even an hour on it yet today. So we bought it with 33 hours on it, so that's not too bad. It's kind of weird when you go in that used section of the shop. It shows you the months and not the hours, right? So yeah, like this is 19 months. Oh, over here, 11.1. I didn't see that before. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'll edit that out. Anyways, let's pull that up and finish up what we got here to harvest. I don't remember seeing the hours there before, so am I wrong in saying that was not there before, or was that added in a recent patch of 1.4? I don't know. I just don't remember seeing the hours there before, but I may have missed it. But now with a 60-foot header, that's also going to make making straw bales a little bit quicker as well. Because with a 25-foot header, you're leaving a swath every 25, well, technically every 50 feet, right? No, it'd be every 25 feet. Yeah, that's right, every 25 feet. And now we're going to leave a swath every 60 feet. So less swaths I have to go up and down the field on. I'm going to get the same amount of straw, and it's piled up more in one area. Just less swaths I have to go up and down the field to pick up to make bales. Just about done, and all this wheat is going on down to milling it over. We're going to dump it on in there. I'm not going to turn the mill on yet. I'm not in dire need of any flour. I can wait until the oats are harvested and brought down. We can make it all together. Or I may not turn it on at all, because right now we are packed full of flour everywhere that needs it. And the reason why I back up at the end of a row when I'm done harvesting is we're still spitting out straw. And if you just sit there, you kind of make one huge pile, which I've done, well, like right here. So when the combine was full, I just stopped it and just dumped out all the straw into a bigger pile. And sometimes your baler would have a hard time picking up that much straw. So like at the end of this field here, or this row here, I kind of backed up a little bit so it kind of spreads it out a little bit more evenly. Just to help out baling. That's why I do that. Then I gotta go pick up this other wheat to see if I harvest it, or was that just a glitch in the matrix. when I went past there. Just spit it all out there. You done spitting up straw? Let's go see what this was all about. I'll actually try to ride in the same path because you can see the straw swath. Okay, I harvested it at that time. And this is where I stopped last time because I was like, why is that not harvesting? And so far, it's harvesting everything. I know I did miss a piece back there, but the reason why I didn't harvest that piece back there is because I rode over a big hump in the straw swath and I picked the header too far off the ground to actually harvest the crop. That does not really explain why I missed it the first time. Let's go get these last 10 grains of wheat, dump that into our beautiful Crone trailer. Is that a Crone trailer? I got it mixed up now. That's a Crone trailer. Can I get close up to the trailer if I pull up right beside it? Is there enough room to actually get the pipe in the trailer? No, I definitely have to angle to get the pipe over the trailer with this header on. There we go. So we start the day at 8 o'clock. I've been running at 1 times speed the entire time, and it's only 9 o'clock. So we spent time going up and down, getting the header, the trailer, moving some stuff around. It usually took me almost an hour to harvest the field with a 770, so I'm going to say, yeah, I definitely probably cut my time in half, which makes sense. And we're just going to go ahead and just park you. Wait a minute, did I fill the trailer? We're not empty. I wasn't paying attention. I may throw the rest of that wheat when I come back with the trailer if it is full. I'll just throw the rest of the wheat that's in the combine. I'll dump that into the silo. Yep, we are full. Alright, let's go down to the grain mill, dump this on in. And I got a little bit of work to do here the rest of the day, but not this episode. I'm going to wait and do all the straw baling after we do the oats. But not the first job for our ideal combine harvester. And the 60-foot header did wonders. I'm going to keep the 770 for a while. If I find myself not using it, then I'll probably will end up selling it. But right now I'm going to keep it. Because I do plan putting down more fields, and with more fields it would be good to have 2 harvesters going at times, so that's what we'll want to do. That brings me back down to the main road. I need to go over to this road over here. And no, we're not selling that. We're not going to get rid of that that biomass heating plant because the BGA does not take straw, grass, and hay and wood chips. So we're going to keep the biomass heating plant for that. Yeah, the BGA takes sugar beet, silage, and right now manure. It can take liquid slurry that the cows produce and the pigs will produce. I just got to put down a holding tank for that for the BGA to use it. One thing I got to remind myself to take care of is the sugar. I haven't unloaded the sugar from the sugar mill in a while, although that does have a big capacity area. Not that I'm in dire need of any sugar and running low on sugar to be worried about it. 52,000 liters of wheat into the mill. And looking really good. Oh, sorry, we also got butter as well. I'm about to move that around. I did turn off that plant last night while I was waiting for the furniture price to go on up. And over here at the BGA, I just got to get in my head a little bit more of how it could look in the future, so I make sure I put down the stuff where we need it to be. I'm probably going to expand the asphalt out a little bit more, just to give myself some room to turn around here. And when I back up in here, I got to give myself some room. I do want to put, is there a metal fence? I'm pretty sure there's metal fencing. I'm not sure if there is or isn't. Is there metal fencing? I mean, there's that metal fencing. There's that metal fencing. I don't see the industrial metal fencing. Wait, that might be that one right there, actually. Yep, it's that one right there. Alright, so it is there. And I think on the mod hub there might be some gates that we might go ahead and try using as well. So a few things to do on down here. Oh, that's right, I did empty all the silage out of here. So that's ready to be taken on out. So I could always double the production out of our BGA by putting down more fermenters. Right now we just got one. I think that's all we really need currently. But in the future, we might have 2, 3, or 4, especially when we do some sugar beating, whenever that might be. But it's not going to be today, because today is over. Yeah, that's going to do it for today, guys. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the episode. I do appreciate you watching as always. I'll catch you again right here in No Man's Land. But until then, have a good one.